Tigers, Signs of Times Reports by Toby Milwee. It's April 7th, 24, Sunday, a little bit before 2 minutes till 2 p.m. The Steve Popular Report put up a video talking about another bridge was almost hit in New York. So I got this ship tracking app he was talking about, and he said the ship had a Q in it. And that's a G. So I'm going to back up here a little bit. Let me back up one time. Search your search results for New York. New York Express, APL New York, shipping container ship, MSI, New York Pilot New York. And see, it keeps taking me over to Portugal. So I got to hit the search block again. And it wants me to track airplanes rather than, there's already a kid doing that. I mean, come on. It's not in the United States. This video supposedly was taken down off of Zero Hedge on Twitter. And I'm looking at this because I know Steve Popular is in Asia. And they're censoring the internet so bad. Now, this is like the Twin Towers if I've ever seen it. If there's another bridge hit, we know, okay? And they're lying, okay? They lied about everything, okay? I can't get nothing to work right either. That's nice. Let me hit the minus button. Maybe I'm way too far zoomed in. I feel like Dutch Sense with this earthquake tracking stuff. My ports, huh? That's the flight tracking stuff. Okay, back up again. They want you to rate the app before you even use the app. They want you to pay for it to continue. So you go up here. I'll move this down. You have to pay for everything here. You know, if you do find out the information, they're going to shadow ban and block you. You know, so I just have a funny feeling that after the eclipse tomorrow, you're going to start seeing stuff that's exciting to be alive to see. Let's just leave it at that. I got to find the United States. There we go. I'd say somewhere right about there. There we go. I was going to say I know I'm there. Okay, so it's got to be right there in the middle somewhere. I never lived on the East Coast, so. Okay. There's a bridge right about there. I think it's that one right there. I already looked up the bridge, and of course it's got a number on it. HOV lane. That's it right there. Bam. This is the bridge right here. Okay, so now we got to find a ship with a Q in it around this bridge. Okay. That's what Steve Popular said. And I trust the source. I do. And we're all trolls here in our country. We're all trying to figure stuff out. That's the ship right there, I would imagine. Let's just look at this dot. What's that marker for? He mentioned the name of the ship, and I'm trying to get the information out there. If it's been shadow banned off of, I can't find on Google or anything. That's not it. I can't find any information about it. But this is the interstate, and this is a hell of a. It's 0.8 miles long. And here's the name of it. It's the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. Okay. And I'll tell you what, just to make the video interesting, I won't use the editor because it takes forever to do it. And I don't know what I'm doing here, so we're going to go back here, okay? We're going to go through some AdSense here. I'll try to beat that real quick. I'll go to my channel. There we go. Second ship loses power, okay, by the Popular Report. And I told the lady Steve Popular.
This is the equivalent of 70 eggs, sitting right on your shelf for times when you need them. Has not been yet confirmed by major outlets. However, the freight tracking websites does show the ship off the chart, out of the channel, and then we see it go into this massive, crazy. Friends,
This is exactly what your second tower, when the Twin Towers happened. This is exactly that they don't want it. People remember, okay? Never forget, remember?
We have a major breaking story coming out of New York City. We have the Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York City was almost hit by a container ship. The reports are just coming in now, but it has been confirmed on some of the freight tracking websites that track container ships. But a major container ship, the APL Qingdao, was lost control. It was under the power of tugboats, but it came out of the channel, lost power and lost control, and almost hit the bridge. A very similar story as to what happened in Baltimore. We got a bunch of updates that are coming out right now that we need to get to you because this is making the Baltimore Bridge look more and more like an attack.
Okay, now let's just stop for a minute. He's not in the United States. He was in Taiwan a week before the earthquake happened. He's traveling in Asia, okay? And that's why they filtered the internet here, and that's how he got this information out. It is nowhere, okay?
Another item very similar happens to it in another port. I'm sorry, but there are just no coincidences quite that extreme. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and we're keeping up to date with what's going on over there. It is the evening over here in India, so I did just see this come across my feed as I got back from doing some work where I am. For those of you who are aware of what I'm doing here in India, can look into that a little bit. But so this ship, the APL Qingdao, we're talking about a major container ship, 349 meters long. If you know your container ships, that is a big one. It was already under the control of 3 tugboats when this happened. However, those 3 tugboats were not able to control the ship. And so you can actually see on the freight tracking website, the ship absolutely not under control, came out of the channel. Not only that, but then the tugboats had to kind of just pull it back as best they could, kind of out of the way, and then brought it around in like a half circle. They were not able to get the anchor down for a little bit. It took almost an hour to get the ship under control. The 3 tugboats were not enough. They had to add another 3 tugboats before they were able to get control of the container ship. This was less than 1 kilometer from the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, or the Narrows Bridge in New York City, outside New York City. This bridge, if it were to have come down, would have blocked the New York harbor. And with all of the equipment in the North America, and even some equipment potentially from Europe.
I got to do it, man. Okay, so this lady asked me in the comments. YouTube Studio won't even work. So let me see there. Okay, share it. I want to copy the link. Okay, and I want to send it over to Paul Mills' channel to help Paul a little bit. I love Paul. And he gets on my case, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see. We go up here, try to reply. It's not on this channel. Here we go. This will work. Okay, let's go down here.
Hello, everybody. This is Paul from Off Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. This is it.
I don't want to play his stuff, get him mad at me. So go to that. Okay. It was pretty early in the video, so I'm trying to look for my comment. No sound. And somebody's got their sound down because he had sound. You know what I mean? Where am I at? The video's gonna be a little long, you know, and I'm gonna keep it there because once they tear it down, I'll have it on my photos. And all the internet is censored. Okay, here we go. Where's she at? Lisa Hardy, 20. Here you go, sweetie. Now I'm out the hook. I'm trolling here, guys. You know what I mean? That's how you got to do it. And Paul's a good researcher, and I'd rather flip it over to Paul. Okay, because I'm working a job right now. I'm working for room and board and food and everything I need, and I don't have time to do breaking news. And I shouldn't have to because I'm good at what I do. I was been shadow banned 5 years.
Europe coming over to help with the salvage operation in Baltimore Harbor. This would truly have been devastating. The New York Harbor, of course, is a massive, massive port. Let's get into some of the specifics that we see here. So like I said, 354 meter long container ship. We're talking about roughly, and this is my ballpark number, given the length of the thing, we're looking at over 8,000 TEUs. So we're probably in the 10,000 plus TEUs or 20-foot equivalent units. So those are the little short, stubby containers. 40-foot units are the regular size ones that you put on like trucks and stuff like that.
That was in the old days. They're 53 feet. Not to correct him or nothing, but I'm going to post this because if it happens again, remember to subscribe to me, okay? Remember, maybe you can mail me something I need, okay? Like glasses, a hernia surgery, false teeth, I have no family or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm bad,
Those are 40-foot, but so even at 5,000 40-foot containers, you can just see in your mind's eye how massive this thing is. 5,000 of those containers on board at any given time. This ship, huge. The fact that it had 3 tugboats that could not control it in the channel as it was heading out to sea. It was due to be in Norfolk,
Virginia,
next week. So that was where it was heading, from New York City to Norfolk, which is a major military base, of course. We don't have word yet on any of what was on board it, other than just containers, and that is a major continuing threat across the United States that we do not consider these container ships to be potential military weapons. That is one of my major concerns with Taiwan, is that they have so many container ships and ships coming into port from China directly. And so we're seeing container ships potentially being used as weapons against U.S. ports here in the U.S. So now this was a French-owned ship. We're talking with CGM. Is the major cargo carrier. So even though it has the name Qingdao, which sure sounds Chinese, if you know what I mean, with a Q in there, it sure looks Chinese, and but it probably was built in China. That's a very good guess. That was built in China. Could have been built in Europe, but with a name like that, makes you think that it is definitely servicing a lot of the Asia routes. But no word yet on the crew yet. Like I said, this is a breaking story that we're just getting out to you. Zero Hedge has gotten this out there. They pulled this off Twitter. Has not been yet confirmed by major outlets. However, the freight tracking websites does show the
Okay, so I'm going to go to Twitter. And I know who he is, Tyler Durden, okay, on X, Twitter, okay. I've been watching him for a long time. I like War News 24/7, and I can't find it no more. So I'm going to go up here. Tyler Durden's right there. And I don't see nothing up here, okay. They pulled it off of Twitter. So you have no freedom of speech on Twitter, okay. It's censored. Everything is covered up, okay. Wake up. Something's going to happen after tomorrow, like Nostradamus said. I don't care if he's not a prophet in the Bible and all that. The man's stuff is accurate, okay? He's not a troll. I've gotten a wreck. It's on my channel on the comments last night on Israeli News Live with Steve Ben-Anim. Okay, here's public gatherings right there. See that? This is a time to keep safe, okay? Me and my cats work for room and board. We're not rich and we're poor, okay? We don't even have a PayPal link or nothing. We don't have an address. We're sitting here staring at 30 mailboxes and, I don't make any money. So that's just how it is. It's always like that. And when this last snow goes through this afternoon, I'll be out in the street tomorrow when it snows again. When summer's over and I'm done being